Devastating news for Britain's Adam Bishop leading up to the Strongman Classic, and what does this mean about his chances of the Deadlift World Championships just 5 weeks away? So Lizzie, Adam Bishop posted up on his Instagram today that he has torn his tricep. Training this week on Monday, he was deadlifting. Unfortunately had a bit of a weird incident where he fell, and just because he was attached to the bar with the figure of eight straps, couldn't let go, ended up falling badly and tearing his tricep. Real unfortunate injury.
Yeah. He's
had to pull out of this weekend's competition, obviously. He is talking to surgeons as we probably post this video out about what his options are. Can he go to the World Deadlift Championships and deadlift without getting surgery beforehand? That's what he's thinking about doing.
It's not going to fill you with confidence in your own body, is it? If you go there to lift some massive weights.
Well, it's technically possible. Tricep, so. You know, he could deadlift with a torn tricep. With straps, he could get away with it. It's going to be painful. It will be painful regardless. 5 weeks, it depends how bad the tricep tear is. It's already bruising up from pictures he sent or posted up online. And I think he needs to be smart about this. But absolutely gutting for Adam, because this is what he's been focused on this year. You know, he vocally put it out there that he wants to break the 505. Well, he wants to break the deadlift world record and hit the 505 kilo lift that was planned for Cardiff.
Now, you know me, Lozzie, I'm not one to gossip, but you could tell how devastated Adam was by his reaction to a comment that was posted on Instagram. I won't say where. I'm not into like doxing people, but someone made a comment about, getting his excuse in the bag early for not pulling 505. Why does this always happen? Someone please prove me wrong. All this hype, and then nothing materializes. And understandably, a couple of the strongmen and Adam himself were quite upset by the comment. And I think it's horribly, horribly unfair. This injury of his reminds me very much of, I can't remember the year it was. Do you remember? You must remember. In the gym, you were stood on a plinth and you...
I don't want to talk about it.
You don't want to talk about it. It's still upsetting, but you hurt yourself deadlifting. It was a slip. It was an incident, wasn't it? And you hurt yourself deadlifting a couple of weeks before a big competition. It's devastating. Like, you're still sad now. I can see it in your face, but...
Well, the good thing is I learned from that stupid mistake that I made. But to be fair to Bish, he's not gone and made a stupid mistake like I made there. He's just had an unfortunate accident.
Yeah.
And the reality is that athletes now that are leading up to the Deadlift World Championships are in a phase where it is the most dangerous part of training. 2 to 3 weeks of your last kind of 2 to 3 weeks of heavy training. Really, realistically, I think from now we might see 2 more weeks of big heavy lifts. Then they'll start to deload and make sure they're fresh and ready for the competition. So we're into that real phase where we may see other guys get injured. Yeah. They are pushing to extremes. These athletes are trying to do something that's never been done before. We're not talking about going to a competition and having a go at a decent lift. We're talking about a lift that no one has ever done. 505 kilos. Until Eddie Hall did the 500, nobody would have even been talking about these kind of numbers. No. We'd still be creeping up sort of in the 400 somewhere. 505 is ridiculous. And to think there is a few guys in this competition that have a chance. I've openly said, I think it's going to be, hard. I'm not convinced we're going to see it. I think 20% chance that we might see the record go. Some people are talking as much as 60 or 70% chance that the record goes. We all have our different opinions, but these athletes are putting their bodies on the line. Support them. Don't put them down when they get knocked to the ground.
Yeah, they're already very low.
They're risking, their bodies, sometimes their lives, some of them. We saw how hard Eddie Hall pushed to be the best that he could possibly be. And for us to kind of kick them when they're down, that's not a nice thing to do.
It's not cool.
Have your opinion. By all means, we're all allowed to think what we think, but you can still be respectful. I look at it in both ways. I saw a lot of the athletes jumping onto this and, defending Adam, and rightly so, but we also have to look at it in another way as well. It is good that we have more comments coming into these type of
It's a sign that the sport's growing, isn't it?
It is. And sometimes, and I've noticed this myself, sometimes people forget that these are real people.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I'm pretty good at ignoring negative comments, but occasionally
strongmen have feelings too.
I'll have a bad day, you know, and I'll react badly to a comment that I've seen. I'm much better than I used to be at doing this. If I see something now, it's like, move on or delete.
Oh yeah. Oh,
but we just normal human beings, stupidly strong, very good at what we do, but we have feelings, we have bad days,
have insecurities,
you know. So when you're out there and, you know, people say you can have your opinion without being an arsehole. And that's kind of what I'm trying to get across with this. Adam is an amazing guy, an amazing strongman, one of the best deadlifters on the planet. He trains so hard, week in, week out, to perform, obviously for himself, but for everyone that wants to come and watch it. We all want to support him. We want to see these feats of strength done. Just give the man a bit of respect when he's going to be devastated. I actually spoke to him and he's keeping as positive as he can, but you can see from that reaction
he's upset,
because that's not a normal Adam reaction. Normally Adam let things go. So really sad to see that Adam is going to miss the Strongman Classic this weekend. The real question is, can he get back in time for the Deadlift World Championships? If he has surgery, no, he can't. There's no chance at all. If he decides to put surgery off and wait till after, there is potential that he could. But you know, I thought 20% chance with everything being perfect. I think this is a knockback, and you know, as hard as it is to do, I think if I was kind of coaching him, I'd be like, let's leave it for this year. Let's get you feeling fit and healthy. And that's a hard thing because he's put so much training and time into this. But that's just my opinion. We have a replacement for Adam this weekend at the Royal Albert Hall. Do you want to tell everyone who that is?
I'm sure people know by now. It's Gav Bilton. It was quite funny because I was seeing comments online, will they replace him, won't he? They won't get anyone at 3 days. Big Gav steps up. Like, Gav is game. Gav is game for anything. And it's funny because he competed just the other weekend at his first Strongman Champions League in Holland, where he did very, very well. So Gav has stepped up. He's not doing the Serbia show, Strongman Champions League, is he? No. So that's fine. His next one is obviously Cardiff. But again, he hasn't trained for this. Someone tagged us in a post as well, and they said, does this change your predictions? For me, my predictions stay exactly the same. I didn't have Bish in my top 5, and I don't have Gav either. And that's just because of these events and the guys they're up against on these events.
But I'd agree with you in terms of prediction. My prediction stays exactly the same as we did in the prediction video. I think it's a great opportunity for Gav. And this is something... I was at England's Strongest Man this weekend, and everyone thinks they've got to be 100%. You do not need to be 100%. You need to be ready for opportunities. This is an opportunity for Gav. He's taking it. He needs to go in there and perform and, you know, keep learning, keep developing his skills, put in a good performance, and, you know, he's going to learn as an athlete. And
his look, he belongs at the Strongman Classic, doesn't he? He needs a leopard skin leotard with the diagonal shoulder. Please, someone make one in Gav size.
I think,
I mean, I don't actually want to see him in it, but he needs to have one for him and his wife.
The moustache, the hair... The physique, everything.
The way he twiddles when he's happy.
It's been great, and Gav has looked happy and he's looked strong recently.
Yes,
so, and also,
a good place.
You know, Paul Smith beat Gav, UK's Strongest Man.
Yeah, maybe a chance for redemption.
With Andy Black, Gav, and Paul Smith
it's like
battling in there.
That
battle is just as important as the battle to win, I believe.
Yeah, for those three. I
mean, when you look at the events, they're very good for Paul. But we digress from the point of this video. Anyway. That's the only replacement. Very, very sad to see what's happened to Bish. We wish him all the best and a speedy recovery. You know, he's former Britain's Strongest Man, one of the best deadlifters on the planet.
And he's a great guy too.
He is. We need to see him back. But best of luck with your recovery to Bish. Guys, be a little bit nicer when you're making these comments. You know, I know we live in a world where there's always all sorts of crap going on, and we should be able to take them, and we do.
But why should people be able to take that? I don't agree with that argument. Why should people put up with nasty? Why be nasty? If you don't have anything positive to put out, keep it to yourself.
I agree. You know, I'm someone that does put my opinion out there.
Yeah, but it's not nasty.
I do it in a respectful way. I like to think I do anyway. You know, you don't have to just kick someone and say they're just making excuses or stuff like that. Yeah. Believe me, there is no excuses. His tricep is torn. It's devastating when you put all that effort in to suddenly feel a muscle rip. If you've never ripped a muscle, which most of you won't have, you know, I've done it many times. I've got experience with this.
I feel like I ripped a muscle.
It's one of the worst sensations and feeling you can imagine, because every bit of ounce of energy that you've put into months and months, years sometimes, building up to something, to suddenly know it's just taken away from you like that, it is mentally and physically devastating. So we wish Adam Bishop the speediest recovery. He will be back, but congratulations to Gav Bilton, who's going to step in. Strongman Classic this weekend. It's going to be amazing. Tell people where they can watch.
So I went on Ticketmaster. There's only a few seats left now, but if you're able to go, it's obviously at the Royal Albert Hall. There are still tickets available. Link will be in the comments below. But very importantly, we do have a live stream, so you can either sign up for officialstrongman.com or you can watch on the Facebook events, which will also be linked in the description.
Guys, if you're coming down, we will see you. And until next time, take care.